Hey everyone. So we're diving into XRP today and check this out. We're looking at the 1 day chart right here. We're sitting pretty at $2.85, which is looking solid. Here's the thing. The market's absolutely glowing green today. I know. Over the weekend, everyone was losing their minds, right? People were literally saying, this cycle's done. Alt season, forget about it. Time to cash out now. But guess what happened today? Bam! We're swimming in green again. And here's what I really need you to see. Take a look at XRP's all-time performance, because people keep throwing around this idea that we're only halfway up this massive green candle. So I keep seeing every chart analyst out there saying it, but honestly, I'm not buying it. I think we're still hanging out down here because when I look at this chart, all I'm seeing is a correction from the election. That's literally it. After the election happened, I think XRP's price just went through a normal correction phase. But with all that crazy bullish news we've been getting, man, I think we've got a long way to climb with XRP's price. And listen, if you pull up that 1 year chart and look at where we're sitting right now, I mean, everyone's out here complaining like XRP never does anything. When's it finally going to break out and hit all those price targets everyone keeps throwing around? But hold up. You got to remember where we were last year at this exact time. We were sitting around 50 cents. Actually, I think we were even exactly 1 year ago today, we were sitting at just 57 cents. Now look where we've climbed. Here's something I've noticed with XRP. Every single time we hit these dips, we usually rocket back up even stronger. I'm really hoping that pattern holds true right here. In Bitcoin, holy smokes, we're back above 111K. Now listen, if you're holding Bitcoin as a regular investor, here's my take. Once we smash through that 120K ceiling, that might be your perfect exit signal. Just saying. Look, I'm going to be real with you here. All these wild predictions floating around, 150K, 250K, I just don't buy it. My gut tells me we're looking at somewhere between $130,000 and $150,000 max. That's probably going to be Bitcoin ceiling this cycle. But here's the thing. Bitcoin's got one final surge left in the tank. Everyone keeps writing it off, which honestly drives me crazy. And you know why this keeps happening? The Bitcoin market is being manipulated like crazy right now. It's so obvious if you're paying attention. Here's what I'm seeing happen right now. These big players are totally manipulating Bitcoin's price. And when that crashes, it drags the entire market down with it. But here's the question. Is Red September actually canceled for XRP? Because guess what? Whales are absolutely crushing it, aggressively buying every single dip. I honestly think there's a massive chance that XRP finally breaks the September curse we keep seeing. And it's not just the whale activity that's getting me excited. I genuinely believe something huge is about to drop for this crypto. Some major catalyst is coming that's going to make XRP absolutely explode. Plus, everyone and their mom is positioning themselves right now ahead of those ETFs potentially launching in October. And who knows, maybe the SEC surprises us all and fast tracks everything, making them go live way sooner than anyone expected. So they might actually go live this September. And this is coming straight from Ripple's partner Bitso, you know, the guys doing all that ODL magic with RLUSD and XRP. They just dropped some major news at the stablecoin conference in LA about LATAM 2025. Here's what's got me excited. Bitso is expanding big time into Chile and Peru with their embedded FX services for Latin America. We're talking real-time USD payments through Bitso merchants, crypto payments, and boom, instant settlements. Now, here's why I'm absolutely loving these merchant crypto payments. This is literally our highway to mass adoption. Think about it. When you can actually spend your crypto at regular merchants, that's when everything clicks for people. They'll finally see crypto has real, tangible value in their everyday lives. This is absolutely incredible because we're watching more rails get built across Latin America. And guess what? These aren't just any rails. These are ODL rails specifically for XRP and RLUSD. The infrastructure is coming together beautifully. Vivo Power is making some serious moves here. They're doubling down on XRP with a massive $30 million treasury yield strategy. And honestly, this is exactly what us retail investors should be paying attention to. Here's the deal. They've partnered up with Doppler Finance and thrown $30 million worth of XRP into these yield generating programs that run right on the XRP ledger. Pretty smart, right? Their whole game plan is using XRP ledger's yield services to automatically reinvest those earnings straight back into their reserves. It's like this beautiful compounding loop that just keeps building on itself. This approach doesn't just tap into XRP's lightning fast speed and efficiency, it's actually showing us something huge. We're seeing more and more companies diving headfirst into blockchain innovative ways to generate yield. Here's their game plan. Make yield, then flip that yield right back into making more yield. Look, if you're a retail investor pulling in that sweet passive income, here's what you absolutely need to do. Reinvest chunks of that income back in. This is where the magic happens, because you're literally boosting your passive income machine while it's running. You're stacking wealth on top of wealth. And that's your golden ticket to generational money, folks. Man, we never had opportunities like this for XRP before. Remember back in 2022, that was crypto's absolute nightmare year. And imagine if we could have been earning yield off our XRP bags during that brutal time. Game changer. Imagine if we could have just been stacking our bags for the past 3 years. That would have been absolutely incredible, right? But here's the thing, we simply didn't have those options available back then. Now, though, everything's changing. These opportunities are finally opening up. And get this, as institutions start pouring into this space over the next few months, they're going to create even more amazing options for us everyday retail investors. Guys, this one is huge. TH Payments just teamed up with Ripple, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Head over to Payment for all the juicy details. So here's what's happening. They're basically taking over the world of cross-border payments. We're talking near global coverage with over 90 payout markets. That's covering more than 90% of daily foreign exchange markets, people. They're processing over $70 billion in volume by mixing TH's rock-solid global network with Ripple's cutting-edge digital asset tech. The result, lightning-fast payments, better accessibility, and bulletproof compliance everywhere. Why should you care? Because this is massive infrastructure being built right before our eyes. More payment rails, more expansion. This is the future happening right now. So this brings us right back to cross-border payments. Remember when everyone was like, oh, wow, Ripple totally ditched cross-border payments. Well, guess what? This proves they never abandoned Jack. This actually shows us we're like 90% of the way there already. Look, we're talking about the global market here. Once they get all these rails properly set up, that's when we're going to see the magic happen. You know, that's the moment everything just clicks. I honestly think the system just isn't quite ready yet. There's still tons of work with banking the unbanked that needs to happen first, because think about it. If you're going to mess with the US dollar, if you're creating this massive new financial system while making the dollar even stronger, you better make damn sure that dollar can reach every single corner of the world. And that's exactly what Ripple's been doing this whole time. You know what? That's exactly what Stellar's been up to too. But honestly, I'm loving seeing even more expansion happening right now. And can we talk about these Ripple rails, the XRP rails, because XRP just crushed it 9 consecutive months, staying above that $2 mark, even while everything else was tanking left and right. Look, I told you guys right at the start of this video, XRP is absolutely crushing it right now. But here's the thing that drives me crazy. Everyone's glued to those daily charts. Why does nobody ever zoom out? Seriously, step back and look at the massive picture here, people. All right, guys, listen up. When this crypto absolutely explodes, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a flood of people kicking themselves going, man, XRP was sitting right there the whole time. But what did they do? Nothing. They just couldn't get over themselves, especially those Bitcoin maximalists who are like, if it ain't Bitcoin, I don't want it. Well, guess what? We're about to witness XRP absolutely destroy Bitcoin and Ethereum's performance. I'm talking about crushing almost every single coin in this space during this massive bull run that's headed our way in the next few months. Mark my words, there's going to be countless people saying, why didn't I just throw my money into XRP when I had the chance? And here's the kicker. Binance is straight up dumping XRP on purpose to keep those prices down low. And experts are raising some serious red flags about market manipulation happening right under our noses. All right, guys, let's get one thing straight first. CZ isn't even running Binance anymore. And honestly, this whole thing isn't even about Binance. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes. They're straight up playing games with Bitcoin's price. And every single time they tank it, guess what happens? The entire crypto market just follows like sheep. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin always bounces right back up. And yeah, everything else comes with it for the ride. But listen, this crazy cycle isn't going to last forever. Trust me. Eventually, and I'm talking about utility focused coins like XRP, they're going to break free from Bitcoin's grip. They're going to decouple completely. And honestly, I'm super excited to see how XRP actually performs when it's not chained to Bitcoin's ups and downs. That's when we'll finally discover XRP's real value, because there's absolutely no way, and I mean no way, that XRP's true price is just $2.80 something. Come on. Elon Musk's AI just dropped some XRP price predictions for December, but only if those XRP ETFs get the green light in October 2025. Now, here's the thing, though. There's definitely some issues with this forecast. So GR's throwing out numbers like $6 to $8, assuming we get those massive institutional money flows and everything stays bullish in the markets. But here's what GR completely missed. They're not factoring in the market cap multiplier at all. And that's where I think we're going to see things get absolutely crazy. That market cap multiplier, it's literally going to be the biggest game changer of this entire bull run. I mean, everyone's hyping up Ethereum's 20x multiplier right now, but guys, XRP's market cap multiplier typically hits anywhere from 200 to 400x. And sometimes it goes even higher than that. Let's talk about XRP's market cap for a second. With all this ETF money flowing in, and I mean, serious inflows, we're about to witness some absolutely insane price action. I'm seeing predictions everywhere now, people throwing around $50 like it's nothing, which honestly tells me we're probably going way higher than that. But then I stumble across these ridiculous articles saying XRP could hit $637 if Bitcoin reaches a $500 trillion market cap. And I'm just like, seriously, come on. I absolutely can't stand these clickbait pieces that make zero sense. First off, let's be real here. Bitcoin hitting a $500 trillion market cap. Come on, that's just Jack Mallers talking from his empty closet again, spouting the same old nonsense about Bitcoin. This guy actually believes Bitcoin is some magical money that just appeared out of thin air, like it was immaculately conceived or something. But here's the thing, as XRP investors, we actually know the real story behind Bitcoin's creation. So yeah, I'm not buying this $500 trillion fantasy. And honestly, XRP doesn't need Bitcoin's success anyway. XRP stands on its own 2 feet with real utility and actual use cases. Bitcoin can do whatever it wants. XRP is going to be the absolute shocker that nobody sees coming. Just watch. Now, Paul's throwing around numbers too, predicting a $100 trillion market cap for crypto overall. But let's keep it real. That's not happening tomorrow, folks. So this guy's predicting 2032 is when things get absolutely wild. And honestly, I think he might be onto something huge here. We're talking about the crypto world hitting a mind-blowing $100 trillion market cap through tokenization. And that's exactly what's going to rocket us to those insane predictions everyone keeps throwing around. But here's the thing that blows my mind. Market cap literally doesn't matter in crypto anymore. People just haven't figured this out yet. It's like watching people stuck in a time machine, right? That whole market cap argument. Yeah, that was solid gold back in 2017, 18, 19, even 2020. But those folks back then had zero clue that XRP could reach those heights with market cap multipliers. They had no idea these multipliers were even a thing. Seriously, nobody was talking about this stuff back then. Listen, everyone keeps saying XRP will never hit $10 because of past cycles and market cap issues. But here's the thing. XRP is going to absolutely rocket to $1,000 way faster than anyone expects. Seriously, if everything lines up just right with all these catalysts, I'm calling it XRP hits 1,000 by 2027, maybe even sooner. And here's what gets me excited. 2026 is going to be massive, like way bigger than people realize right now. That's when institutions finally jump in big time, and we'll see real utility taking off everywhere. Remember what I told you at the start of this video? We're not even close to being halfway up this incredible green candle we're riding. Look at where we are. We're still way down here in the early stages. What have we been seeing? That little dip? That's just a tiny correction, nothing more. The real show hasn't even started yet. We haven't even seen the real action yet. And trust me, when this thing finally takes off, when XRP actually starts its run, we're talking about some absolutely explosive movement upward. I mean, this thing is going to fly so fast that everyone's sitting on the fence right now. They're going to be scrambling, desperately trying to catch each green candle as it rockets past them. And that's exactly what we get to look forward to as XRP holders. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, guys. I seriously appreciate every single one of you watching. Catch you all in the next video. Have an awesome night.